This JTS Mortgage Minute is brought to you by JTS and Company Mortgage Professionals.
Welcome back, everyone. Jeff Farnham joins us now with the JTS Mortgage Minute. Jeff, good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you, Bill.
Last week we talked about different types of loans, and all of them you mentioned credit scores. Now, if your credit score needs some tweaking, how do you go about improving that?
Well, there's credit scores are one of those things that really tend to scare people because they don't understand them. Really, the first thing is that we need to know what your credit score is. One of the things that we see a lot of times, people come in, they say, well, I've got a 700 credit score, and they're pulling through a Credit Karma or maybe a freecreditreport.com, one of these online services, and there's a lot of different credit scoring models out there. So the mortgage industry has a specific model that we use. So our score, a lot of times, will be lower than what you get offline from through your credit card or something like that. But the first step is to find out what your score is. Then on top of that, it's nothing to be afraid of. A lot of people are afraid, well, my credit score is too low. But with a few little things you can do, you can really boost your credit score up really quickly. Some things you want to look at, are you making all of your payments on time? For example, if your credit cards are due on the 20th of the month, are you paying them before, on the 18th or 19th, never after the fact? You always want to make sure you stay ahead of paying things on time or before rather than late, because that can really impact your credit score. Another place where people get in trouble is they have a credit line, let's say a $500, but they got $400 charged out on it. Anytime your balance is over, I like to use the factor of 30%. Anytime your balance is more than 30% of what's available, that can pull your credit score down, even with a good pay history. So a lot of cases, just analyzing your credit, knowing what's going on inside of it, you can fix and boost credit scores pretty easily.
What's considered a good credit score as far as mortgage is concerned? Well,
looking at national averages around 680, 690 in that range, and that's kind of a moving target. You have to keep in mind that a credit score is just a snapshot at a moment in time. So, but on average, if you want to have a credit score above 640, that's considered a little bit below average. But up to above a 640, you start to get in the realm of making things happen for you. But if you can get your score over 700, over 740, now you're starting to get into the excellent category. So, again, just monitoring, paying a little bit of attention to what's going inside your credit file can make a big difference on credit score. And credit scores impact everything you do, whether it's getting a credit card, buying a car or a home, or any of those things, all have an impact. So it's important to know what's going on inside your credit report.
If someone wanted to see what kind of loans they qualify for, what should they do?
Well, that's really the first step. They need to do is call us and let us get you pre-qualified and talk to you about your options, what's available to. Depending on where your credit score falls, you might have 4 options, you might have 3 options, you might only have 1 option. So calling us, letting you get pre-qualified, that's a no-cost, free thing to do. We'll sit down, we'll speak to you, we'll talk to you, we'll tell you what you need to do, and we'll get you prepared to be ready to buy or even to refinance. We offer a no-cost mortgage consultation to see if refinancing makes sense for you. If it does, then we'll show you what your options are there. If it doesn't, if there's no benefit to you, we're going to tell you that too. But taking advantage right now where rates are still low before they go back up again is whether you're buying or refinancing is probably a good idea.
I guess you just answered my next question. What are rates like right now?
We're still holding out in historically low territory. The anticipation is that rates are going to rise. I don't think we're going to see any big runs on rates. We're going to see these little ebbs and flows where rates can kind of go up and down. But if your rate's above 4% right now, 4.5%, then you need to look at taking advantage of maybe the possibility of refinancing. Or if you're thinking about buying, your purchasing power right now is better than, say, it might be in 18 months or 12 months from now when rates are certainly going to be higher.
All right. Great information as usual. And if you missed last week's show, you can always go to their Facebook page, JTS and Company, or if you can give them a call at 329-9090 or text them at JTS at 48421. Jeff, good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you, Bill. Thank you.
Take a break. Come back with more in just a moment.